Okay, so I know that every single person watching this video right now has TikTok on their phone. You can't tell me you don't, because you're lying. There's got to be at least once that you were scrolling through TikTok and you saw something and you were like, this doesn't make any sense. This is not possible. This is inhuman. Inhuman, that is not what I meant to say. This is inhuman. Inhuman. Why can't I say it? Inhuman. Oh, goodness. Because that happened to me yesterday. It's actually been a couple days. That happened to me this week. I stumbled across an account by the name of Its557am. He uploads some very interesting videos. Now, I have tried to look him up on Reddit. I found nothing. I've tried to look him up on YouTube. I found nothing. People, if you look up Its557am on YouTube, you know how YouTube will sometimes try to finish your recommend. It'll try to recommend you some results. It says Its557am explained. No one's made a video explaining it, so I'm gonna talk about it because no one else is. But he's really popular on Tik-Tok. So here are a couple of his videos. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of his videos.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now, you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say...
So that's just one. That's one. I decided just to show you one. That is the one that I think is the most crazy so far. I cannot debunk it. I can't figure out how he's done it. And we're going to talk about that more at the end because there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more to that one. So we're going to talk about that at the end. But for now, let's go over a couple of them together as a family. Now the first one we have here, his legs are kind of in the frame and then he bends over, his feet kind of put up, and you know, this one's a little bit easily explained because he enters the frame, it kind of looks like maybe he's holding himself up on something and then he jolts his legs through. This one could probably be explained easily. I could probably remake it if I tried. So we're gonna cross this one off. So we're gonna just cross this one off and say this one is easily explained, okay? We're gonna cut that one out. Now this one I think could probably be debunked. Okay, so he's floating in his garage, right? I'm launching right now. He's floating in his garage. He has two layers on. He has two different flannels on. The reason I think this can be debunked is because he might have a harness on. Because at the end, he's now swinging. He's swinging around. He is swinging around his garage now. The only reason, like I said, I think this could be debunked is because he's wearing two layers, maybe to cover his harness that he has on. Because if we look closely... Oh, well, never mind. He shows his chest. Maybe it's up here. I don't know, okay? I can't figure it out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can't figure it out. This is another one that I guess I can't debunk. I thought I figured it out a little bit, but he's swinging around his garage. I don't know how he does it. We're gonna move on to the next one. This one. Okay, so he is floating on his back, pouring water into the carpet on accident, and then in a plastic bin. I thought maybe there's something underneath him, green or blue, that he has edited out of frame, like you can do. Chroma key it, get it out of the frame, edit it. Now, if we pause it right here, you can see his hand is behind his back. He is showing, no, there is nothing under me. He already knows what we're gonna say. The other thing was, the high point in which his body is bent is his butt. That's the highest point of where his body is bent. So that would make me think up here, he is where whatever, the chair would be on his butt and he'd be bending over that way. But if we pause it, his hand goes under his butt and on his thigh, underneath his thigh. He's showing us, so that's out of the picture as well. We can see that his flannel is literally hanging below his back. If he was laying onto something, if he was laying on top of something, we would see it pushed against his back. So this one, I can't explain either. This one is the only one so far that can be explained by a harness. There's nothing to say there's a tree above him that he is harnessed onto. There's nothing to say that isn't false. So, or there's nothing to say that it's false. So, we're gonna go that this one has been explained. On to the next one. This one is a little bit different. It's like he's mounted the camera on his back and he's flying around in the woods. The only thing is, it looks like it's in 2-speed, like it looks like he's maybe sped it up a little bit. So my guess is maybe there's nothing to say that he's not using his hands, or that he's literally just bent over and going like this around in the woods. So who knows? I think we can probably say this one isn't anything insane, and we can mark it off as explained, you know? So we're gonna go to the next one. That's only 2 or 3 that's been explained so far out of like 5. So I'm not gonna talk over this one yet. I'm gonna play it for you guys first, and then we're gonna talk about it, because he talks in it. He shows his voice. And one thing I'll tell you guys, he never shows his face, but he does show his voice. So let's play it.
My dearest friend, 'tis quite simple. Everything truly is there. To do any of this just takes one step at a time. It's just that simple. Hope it's not disappointing, but in the words of Pinocchio, there are no strings on me.
How does he do it? How does this man literally just walked onto the door? He's standing and he just walks onto the door. I've been looking at this for the last couple of hours trying to figure it out. I've watched videos of people showing how they edit their videos to make it look like they're walking up walls. But these are people with perfect lighting. These are people that are filming on cameras. This man's using his iPhone and he's in a room that's not even well lit. I just don't see how this could be faked, but I also don't see how he has magical powers. So this is something that has been literally just been jolting my mind over the last couple of days. I just don't understand. Okay, so we got this one right here. There's audio in it, but I'm gonna cut it out because copyright, obviously. But he's standing on his door / door frame, kind of standing on both, dancing to the song. And my first guess was, okay, maybe he's leaning against the table, you know, with his legs spread out on the other side. And then I see that his hand goes past his side, so there's no way he's laying on something that has been edited out. Then I can also see that he moves his hips back and forth, so how would that even work? It doesn't. And then he switches to being literally like standing like this. You can see it, you saw it, I don't know why I'm using my fingers, showing himself going kind of like back and forth on the wall, dancing again, and his shadow is clearly there. I wanted to share my frustration with you guys. I wanted to talk about this with you guys and just kind of give you a general idea of what the heck's been going on in my head the last couple days, because I don't get it. This is, okay, so this is another one. It is him standing on his ceiling, looking in his closet, and then the next scene is him walking out the door and then reaching back in with both of his feet and shutting the door. That's one of the part of the video that I can probably explain. There could be a nightstand out there. This man could have laid half of his stomach on a nightstand and then let his feet go back in and shut the door. Easy. He's levitating into the ceiling attic thing, but I was thinking maybe he's pulling himself up on something. Could be, but it's very smooth, so weird. And the reason I'm showing this one right now is because this is actually his very first Tic-Tac. It's just him dancing. And that's it. It's just him dancing, so very cool. I just thought I'd share that. We got this one. It's him on the floor showing different scenes. Him in his boxers. He grabs a backpack out of a bucket and then a shoebox out of the backpack and then a flannel out of the shoebox. And then he levitates and literally is just floating in the air. And he's just floating. And his hand's in the shot too. I don't know how he does this. I don't know. There's even people that are like, they're like graphic design majors and stuff and VFX artists, and they're like, guys, I'm a VFX artist. I don't know how he does this. So here we have another one where he's talking. I'm gonna just let it play for you guys. So unfortunately there was some copyrighted music playing while he was talking a little bit loudly, so I just decided to put some no copyright music over it, but luckily he does have subtitles on the video. Refusal of the limitations that we've been told to accept, like gravity, for example. Just overcome gravity. Just, you know, stop doing gravity things. This one says, after I loosened the jar for you. I don't get what that means, but he's bent all the way backwards and then starts curling a dumbbell. Like, what the heck? I don't get it. Okay, so like I said, this is the one that I thought was the craziest. This is the one that I thought was the one that is the most hard to explain and that I can't explain. He is standing on both walls right here, right? It's crazy. Someone commented, because if you notice or something, we never see the corner of the door in this video. Fair. And he's wearing 2 layers. Very weird. Someone left a comment, and in that comment he said he's using a belt through the top of his door. I've done this shit before. He's done this shit before, clearly. He responds and goes, my wondrous friend, that's quite impressive indeed, but the funny thing is, I'm not. He then gets a comment that said almost the same exact thing and proved it wrong. Nah, he's wearing a belt and the end is jammed at the top of the door. Okay, he proves that wrong in this video. he shows himself standing sideways on the wall. Sideways on the wall. Opens the door up to show you that there's nothing in the door. Takes his shoes off to show you that it's not suction or anything like that. These I thought I would just share with you guys. It says gravity exists. It's 5:57 a.m. just spinning. Again, this one could be a harness because we don't see his chest. This other one says, do you wash your pants every day or do you just own multiple pairs of the same pants? That comment isn't important. It's the fact that he literally just floats around his room in this video.
Do I wash my pants? Well, if we look in here, I actually have a few. And if we check inside the laundry room, I have 2 more. So yes, I wash.
One of the theories that I thought of is that when he's walking on the wall and whatnot, that it's one of those illusion rooms where stuff is glued to the walls and it looks like you're, you know, walking a certain way when it really isn't. Like they have doors that are actually on the floor to make it look like you're walking on the wall. But he showed himself picking up the Fruity Pebbles box in first person, just walking up the wall. There's so many more on his TikTok account. These are just like 13 or 14 or 15 that I downloaded. But there's so many more on his account, and it's like endless. If you guys have any idea what the heck this could possibly be, let me know in the comments. If I'm an idiot and it's very easily explained, let me know as well. But so far, me and no one else in the comments has been able to figure it out either. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it at all, let me know in the comments with a like. That doesn't make sense. Let me know in the comments with a like. Let me know in the comments, but also like the video because then I'll know to do more. I'm gonna try to walk on my wall.
It's pretty easy. You just want to find your way around. Try to find a familiar place, somewhere where you spend a lot of time. I guess I spend a lot of time in this bathroom.
I'm very comfortable in my room. This, she said, just comfort and familiarity. I'm very familiar with this space, very comfortable with this space. This should be easy. Nonchalant, I'm gonna walk up the wall. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, yeah, goodbye.